Kia ora, lovely Geminis. This is your reading. We're in betwixt and between the last full moon in Scorpio and 7 days away is the new moon in Taurus. So we are coming in between zone to see what's what. Now, I'm trying to keep the readings a little bit shorter. So bear with me. Let's see if it works. And we always go through, if you haven't joined me before on this channel, we always go through and clarify, peel the onion back. And I'm just going to pull face down a rock mineral crystal card for you, Gemini. So let's just see what's happening for the twinses out there. Okay. So we're coming out here. It's looking like maybe some things you've been working upon are about to come into actual physical form, because of course we can work away on stuff for what feels like a long time before seeing the sort of benefits or the outcomes. And I do think that that's happening. Look, there's a kind of feeling at the beginning here with this Prince of Wands, hot and cold, you know. Maybe we've been a bit erratic in terms of our mood lately. It could come down to anything like that. Remember, these readings, take what resonates, just leave what doesn't. Check out your ascendant moon as well if they're in Gemini. So anyway, this Prince of Wands, you know, hot and cold. Look, we're experimenting with different things. We're putting them out there. We're seeing what alchemizes and what doesn't. Something might just dissolve and we have to start all over again, you know. But anyway, there's an ability to take some risks, to push our boundaries, Gemini, to extend ourselves. We then have the biggest power of all, is the power of choice, is it not? And this is to do with our resources here. So, you know, we look at our resources, we're weighing it all up. We're looking at the ledger of things. We're just going, right, okay, so how can I utilize what I've got? How can I make a well-informed choice here? We've got the Two of Wands, haven't we? We've got the Two of Wands. And so we kind of, we might be projecting forward a little bit, looking forward a little bit, thinking, okay, how can I use that? How can I make good use? Whether our resources are limited or, you know, it's kind of like, it's, I mean, without sounding twee, it can just depend on how limited your mindset is, can't it? What you see as the things that you can do and that you can't do. Well, that's all up to you, surely. I know we have responsibilities in life, but I digress. We get back to this choice card. Our resources, utilizing them, can actually bring us a lot. Maybe bring us a lot more than what we think we might have. I don't know. Anyway, and then we have this beautiful gift of the Ace of Discs. It's calling on this sort of basic energy, for want of a better word, of abundance, of, you know, it's sort of like value. And we think of all those things that we think of when we're thinking about, you know, how we value ourselves, how we value other people. What do we value actually in terms of things? Resources. You know, things of value. I mean, it's almost can be seen to be somewhat illusionary, somewhat potentially trickery. You know, the most valuable things seem to have an attraction quality, don't they? the more value we place on ourselves. All of these things come into question. What I'm saying here, though, is with this Ace of Discs, we have particular level of potential coming to us, is what I'm saying, Gemini. So let's go through and clarify. We're looking at this Prince. Yeah, we do. We're looking at that Prince of Wands. We've got the Magician. We've got the Wand. Now, whether you can see it yet or not, you've got it. The last tool is just that last push. You know, the last push before this new creation comes out. Whatever it happens to be, we've got the last tool that we needed, which is that wand. And that wand encompasses experimenting, taking risks, putting things out and at sort of different tangents, at different rates. You know, spread the net wide, I would say. So we've got this wonderful Magician. It's pretty good. Look, Two of Wands. We can rely on our will, Gemini. Oh, yes. Oh, we've got a few too many there. We just had the King of Swords coming out, which really is sort of you cutting off the chaff from the oats, as it were. Discerning. Just because we're sending stuff off, spreading our net wide, it doesn't mean we aren't discerning within that. I think that's a key element to this, discernment. Discernment is a great antidote for idiocy, isn't it? I always think. Anyway, looking at the Two of Wands. Trust your intuition. We get the High Priestess coming out for this Two of Wands, a choice. It is called Dominion because in this card and in the making of a choice, we realize our own authority in our lives. It is ours. It is not anyone else's. You know, retreat back into, not back into, but move through that veil of this High Priestess, because there's a lot of information intuitively that you may be, you know, it's like keep your ears open and hear it. Great thing. Now we've got quite a few things coming out. We're talking about intuition with the High Priestess as a as an absolute generator for that. Bzzzt. I'm just going to go through here because this is creating, in some ways, these few other cards here are painting like a background. It's a background of something, whereas this Two of Wands is a new way of making a choice. It's a new, far more independent, far more, how would you say, I hate the word to use it, but sovereign way of making a choice for yourself. So we get these three cards coming out here. Two of Swords. This is we are making a decision. It's sort of not based necessarily on what we can see. Is it based on what we're thinking we see? What is it? Often it is a choice made. Another two, we're looking at dualities, Gemini, which is understandable. It is you. So there's Two of Swords. We're blindfolded. We've got two swords. That's kind of tricky, isn't it? In the past it has been. In the present it's not. And this is a piece of past. Four of Wands, beautiful homecoming, yeah. But it's that incessant search for a home, actually, for a homecoming. Always the welcome back, the welcoming back. Kind of like a need to be, no, it's quite weird, this need for it. But where is the home? Where is the home really? It's not necessarily a physical place, is it? And then we have the Three of Swords. Look, I can just see this sort of Gemini, for example. It's been doing like, you know, like a plane just goes around and around until it's ready to land, or a bird. But it's like it's been doing that for a long time. And actually, you almost feel like you've already landed before you actually land. I don't know why I'm getting that, but because you've mentally been in it on the tarmac before you've actually landed. I don't know why I'm getting that. Anyway, Gemini, so, we'll just look at, sorry, it's a little piece of the past. We're looking at this Ace of what is technically, in every way, abundance. Look at this Ace of Abundance, and it's a real tangible thing. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Discs, like really using it in the world, in your life. It's interesting, Gemini, because we've got this Queen of Cups, fluid. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Now, we are working together here. For once. You know what I'm saying? This is a lovely balance. Really lovely balance. Between the waters and the will. Between the practicalities. Driven by the will. It's actually really lovely. And so we get to be Brian Froud, Pixie and Fairies, the bright mother. We're not grandstanding, we're not on stage, we're not the centre of attention here, but we're certainly keeping a balance. We're keeping tabs on others, we're taking care of others. You know, there's something very fecund or fertile and nurturing about the physicality of this bright mother. You know, the flesh. There's something very soft. And that's not always, Gemini, it's not always how we kind of feel, is it? Generalizing, of course. But this is beautiful. We carry a balance here between that beautiful orb of light, sun, whatever way you want to look at it, and the new moon. And maybe in this time in between we are holding a balance. Let us pull this, which has been face down. It's my favourite stone, Gemini. It's labradorite. It's beautiful. I've got some just over there. Shamanic journeying, brave, magical power, and higher awareness. So these are big, right? These are big cards. These are big cards, Gemini. Magical power, high awareness. There we go. Beautiful. On that note, take good care. Hope you enjoyed that, got something from it. Check out any other titles that might stand out on this channel. And thanks for all your likes and comments, subscribes. It helps these videos to be seen by more people. So thanks, Geminis, or whoever else watched. We'll see you next time. Take good care. Ka kite.